Make money online, the best ways to make money online in 2022. Hey, welcome back everybody. I appreciate you being here. In this video I want to walk you through legit ways to make money online. Okay, not scammy stuff, not stuff that you have to spend money on. These are all legit ways that you can make money online. They do all require one thing: effort. Okay, if you don't want to put forth effort, you're not going to make money. I don't care what anybody tells you. You can't buy their program and have automated cash unless you put forth effort. But in this video, the cool thing is 99.9% of them, I think, something like that, you don't have to put any money into. You've just got to put your time into. So nowadays there's a lot of ways to make money online. There's legit ways, there's scammy ways. I'm just going to tell you the legit ways. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so far. Hit that subscribe button down there, turn it from red to gray, and don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a video. Okay, let's get right into it, and I want to show you some great ways to make money online. I want you to think first off, what skills do you have? Monetize your experience, you know, and a lot of people say, well, I don't have any skills, all I ever did was sell cars, or all I ever did was bartend, or whatever. All those things give you skills. They give you people skills, they give you all kinds of skills. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is freelancing. Number one is freelancing. Now you can go to a site like Upwork or freelancer.com or fiverr.com, and any of these sites will give you the opportunity to monetize your skills. And what I suggest you doing is go to one of these sites, go to, let's say, Upwork, and type in there sales, and see what pops up, see what people are charging for, and then put your profile up and do something similar. It's really that simple to be a freelancer. Number two, create an online course. Now I have a bunch of courses and you will see a lot of them listed below in the description, but I make money on courses that I made 5-6 years ago. I still have income coming off those courses. So I would suggest that you make a course. A course is not that hard to do. You do have to have the software to do it, and I'm going to recommend that you use Kartra, because Kartra does everything. Okay, I used to have 8 other softwares I was paying for until I got Kartra. And Kartra, you can do sales pages, and you can do, you know, promotions and emails and all that. But the cool thing is you can build a course in there too. I'll put a link right here for Kartra. You can get it for only $1. Okay, if you're interested, you get a trial on it, but I would definitely tell you to check that out. And you can sell that course to a lot of people. You know, if you sell your course for $50 and you sell it to 1,000 people, you know, that's $50,000. That's a lot of money. Courses are great. Number three, be an online coach. Online coaching is great. It's a big thing now. People accept it now. Years ago they would go, what do I need a coach for? Nowadays people understand they need a coach for maybe fitness or nutrition, or maybe finances, or maybe, you know, motivation, or whatever it may be. Maybe you're an accountant and you want to, you know, coach people on account. Whatever it is, there's a spot for you. Do online coaching and you can make a lot of money. Number four, you don't want to put forth a whole lot of effort, but you've got a little bit of skills. Why not be an online tutor? You know, you can tutor English tutors online. You know, there's a lot of positions for that. You can just Google English tutor and you can find there's a lot of sites where you can set up your profile there and teach people English or Spanish or French or German or Italian or whatever you want to do. Okay, be an online tutor. Maybe you want to teach math, whatever it is. Maybe you want to tutor people on how to use Excel spreadsheets. If you have any skills whatsoever, I guarantee you there's a place where you can use it and you can get paid as a tutor. Now number five is for those people who literally say, I have no skills, I don't want to use any of my skills whatsoever. You could be an online virtual assistant. Okay, virtual assistant, what do? Well, they actually offer their services for scheduling, for research, for, you know, data entry, whatever it is. They are a virtual assistant. They do what their client needs them to do, and you can be a virtual assistant to many different people. Be careful though, if you're supposed to work for one person, you better be working for just one person, because if they find out that they're paying you to work full-time, you know, 40 hours a week, and you're actually working for 3 other clients, they're not going to be happy with you, and your reputation is going to get tarnished, and you're probably going to lose that position. So make sure you say up front how many hours a week you're willing to work and when you're going to work. Number 8, transcribe voice recordings into text. Now there's sites you can use like rev.com, rev.com, and what happens is somebody uploads an audio file, you listen to it, and you transcribe it into text. It's really that simple, and you can expect to make anywhere from $1.50 to $3 a minute for doing this. Now you think about this, $3 a minute, That's $180 an hour. There aren't too many jobs that are paying that right now, but you can do this online. Number 7, complete micro tasks. These are little tasks that people want you to do, and I would suggest that you go to Amazon Mechanical Turk. That's Amazon Mechanical Turk, and if you go there, you'll see exactly how this works. It could be something as simple as classifying accounts. It could be tagging pictures. They're usually small little tasks, and each task will tell you exactly what it's going to pay, and usually it only takes you a few minutes. Number 8, narrate audio books. Now this is a pretty cool thing. As a matter of fact, I wrote a book some years ago, and I wanted a narration of it, and I paid somebody to just narrate the book. What they had to do is sit there and actually just read the book and record it. So I had a voice recording, but that was an audio that I could also sell along with the book or offer it for free along with the book, and it gives it more value. People are needed to do this every single day. It doesn't matter what type of voice you have. You could have a very unique voice. Okay, people say, well, I have a bad voice. I say, no, it's unique. Everybody's voice is different, and your voice is going to match to what somebody wants. Number 9, since we're talking about books, write your own book and sell a book. I just mentioned that I've done that. I've sold thousands of copies of my books. I've got several. I've got this one here, The Great American Food Shortage, which was funny because this talked about a world emergency where there'd be food shortages, and everybody said, well, that could never happen. Who won on that one, right? I didn't want to win on that one, but the book actually sells very well now, and I've written other books too. These books make me money day in and day out, and I would suggest you do the same thing. Number 10 is trade domain names. Now what does that mean? That means that you actually buy a domain name and you resell it for more than what you bought it for. Once you get into this, there's a lot of sites that you can actually go to trade domain names. You can just Google that and you'll find all the sites. However, once you get into this, you're going to start to figure out certain domain names will bring certain values. Some people actually do this all day long. They trade domain names. They're buying and selling all day long. They go out there, they see a good deal on one, maybe they pump that site up a little bit and increase the traffic and then resell it. They actually sell the entire site. There's all kinds of things you can do, and I would say the best time to get into this was in the 90s, but now the second best time is right now because this is hot. Check it out. My number 11 is, do you have some skills, some talents? Are you kind of crafty? Run over to Etsy. Etsy has all kinds of handmade crafty type stuff that you can sell there. A lot of people make original items on Etsy and sell them and make a tremendous amount of money. Hey, but think about this too. You can also sell t-shirts that are print on demand because that's considered a handmade item. You can do hats, you can do shower curtains, you can do throws, you can do all kinds of stuff on Etsy as long as it's original stuff that you've designed, and you can have it drop shipped to your customer. You don't even have to ship it out. Number 12, monetize your pictures. That's right. Are you into photography? Do you take pictures all the time and you just like doing it? You can upload them to stock photo sites and actually make money off these photos that you've taken that are just probably digitally gathering dust right now. If you're a photographer and you enjoy doing this, selling your stock photos on one of these stock photo sites is a great way to make some extra money, and it's kind of passive because once you've uploaded them there, you just get paid when people buy it. Number 13, start a drop shipping business. Drop shipping is great. Drop shipping has been around for years. A lot of people say, can you make any money at it? And I'll tell them, one of the biggest drop shippers in the United States is Home Depot. Did you know that? Did you know that Amazon is a drop shipper? Did you know that Walmart's also a drop shipper? All of these companies have products, right, that are drop shipped by other companies. You can do the same thing. Number 14, get into affiliate marketing. I love affiliate marketing. Here's why I love affiliate marketing, because you can actually sell a product that you did not create. You could actually sell a product and have sales pages and emails that you didn't have to write, that you didn't have to create. If you go over to a place like clickbank.com, you can actually search the products that are available for sale. You can see which ones sell well, and you can just market those. You can put links in your blogs. You can put links in your videos. Heck, on this video right now, the video you're watching right now, in the description there are Amazon links to different products I use, cameras, lights, all these different things that people are interested in getting. I have those in the description on this video, so you may want to check those out too, because there's some pretty good stuff down there. I think it's kind of cool. You should look at it. You could look at it and do that and click on them, okay, and buy stuff. It'd be really helpful. And my last one on the list, well, my last one on the list I'm doing right now. You may not even notice it, but you may notice it, and that is running ads on your videos on YouTube. Now here's how this works. you can qualify for monetization on YouTube. You have to have 4,000 hours of watch time in the past 12 months, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers. Now a lot of you will say, well, oh my gosh, JR, that could take months or even years to build that up. That's true, and I've been doing this channel for years, but now that I've done it for years, I have monetization. In other words, you're going to see ads pop up on this video and probably a lot of my other videos, and every time that ad runs, I end up making money, and that's 24 hours a day. That's 7 days a week. I have an income off my YouTube channel, and a lot of people say, well my gosh, it takes 5 years to do that, or 4 or 3 or whatever it is. Those years are going to pass anyhow, and that's one thing I really want to get across to you guys. All of these things I've listed in this video take time. They all take time, and a lot of people say, well I don't want to invest that time. And I would tell them, you're investing that time anyhow. You're going to either invest it in doing one of these things or invest it in doing nothing. What are you going to do with your time? Are you going to watch the latest Netflix series, or are you going to put time into your channel? Are you going to put time into drop shipping? Are you going to put time into affiliate marketing? Any number of these things that I mentioned to you can make you a lot of money, and it doesn't cost you to get into it. How a teenager can make money online business secrets. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're saying to yourself, and I get a lot of these comments, hey, I'm only 15, I'm only 16, I'm only 17, how can I make money online? This video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the steps so you'll know exactly what you need to do. Hey, there's a lot of opportunities out there. I know teens nowadays, they want to travel, they want to see the world, they want to do all these things, but how do you finance that? The way you finance it is through an online business. Let me give you the example of Muslim. He started at the age of 15 buying electronic gadgets and then selling them on eBay. Now at some point he finally realized, I got to figure out a way to automatically get them to my clients. He did that through drop shipping agreements. At the age of 19, he was making $3,500 a month with his newfound business. By the age of 21, over $455,000 a year in sales. Not bad. Take Chris Phillips. He had made his first $1 million by the age of 18. Look at Sean Belnick. He started his business at the age of 14. 7 years later, he had a $42 million a year business. And let's not forget old Mark Zuckerberg, who put together Facebook while in college and is one of the richest people in the world. Now in this video, I want to give you some examples of things you can do, even if you're just a teenager, to start making money and maybe finance your next multi-million-dollar business. The first and easiest way to do anything online is through online surveys. There are actual websites you can go to and take surveys, and as you take these surveys, you'll get paid for your opinions on these surveys. Some of these websites can make you tons of money. Check out places like Swag Bucks or Cash Crate. Even mypoints.com is willing to pay you just to take surveys. Number 2, freelance sites. Maybe you've got a talent, maybe you like drawing, maybe you like making websites or SEO, or maybe you enjoy writing. You can sign up for one of these freelance websites. You can go to upwork.com, you can go to fiverr.com and immediately start raking in the cash. Maybe you're more into e-commerce. Maybe you want to sell products. Well, you can start a store at Etsy.com. There's plenty of opportunities there to sell products, and if you don't have your own product, you don't want to make your own product at Etsy, all you've got to do is use a print-on-demand company. You can sell t-shirts, you can sell mugs, hats, blankets. You can also sell on Amazon, you can sell on eBay. There's plenty of platforms for you to get started. Now of course the beauty of all those platforms is you don't have to invest any money to drive traffic, because they've already done that for you. If you start your own website, you're gonna have to drive traffic, maybe write blogs or buy ads on Facebook or YouTube. But when you're on one of these sites like Amazon or eBay or Etsy, the traffic is already there. All you got to do is come up with a product. Number 4, tutorial websites. There's plenty of tutorial websites out there now. There's places like TUTOR and Chegg.com. You can go to either one of those and start making money immediately. If you're good at English, that's your first language, you can go to Same Speak or Schema Talk and teach people how to speak English. Number 5 is a drop shipping business. Drop shipping businesses are great, and we do some drop shipping of our survival food products for other websites, but you can start a drop shipping business by just hooking up a Shopify store to AliExpress and using Oberlo to actually send that sale over to AliExpress, and they'll actually send out the product for you. No investment in inventory is needed. The thing is, there are numerous ways for you to make money online. One of the main comments I get now is, I'm only 15, how can I make money online? Or I'm only 16, how can I make money online? You know, the internet, it doesn't care how old you are. It really doesn't. If you want to run a business online, you can do it. It doesn't matter if you're 80, it doesn't matter if you're 50. The internet doesn't care. This is the one place where it gives you no advantage to be older. It gives you no advantage to be younger either. So bottom line is, the internet doesn't care about your age. I think the biggest obstacle when you're a younger person and you're trying to make money online, you're assuming that you need years of experience to figure this stuff out, and you really don't. You just have to figure it out, and there's several ways to figure it out. You can figure it out by trial and error. You can just try things, and the things that don't work, you can stop doing those and keep doing the things that do work. However, that can get expensive, especially if you're running ads. It's also going to get expensive for your time. As a young person, you think, well, gee, I've got plenty of time, I've got nothing but time. Well, you do and you don't. It can run out, and it will run out at some point, but wouldn't it be smarter to just do the things that work and save yourself a lot of aggravation? Now, there's several ways of going about this. You could actually take my channel and start watching videos on how to make money online. Go through, watch 100 videos, 200 videos. Right now, at the time of this recording, I've got over 600 videos on this channel, which means there's a lot of opportunity for you to learn things. The next thing you could do is actually buy some training. Now, I will tell you to be careful when you do this, because a lot of people sell training on how to make money online, but they don't really make money online outside of just selling training on how to make money online. So you want to buy from somebody who's actually made money online. I actually do have courses, and you're welcome to purchase those. I have some links below in the description, and those courses will walk you through the steps. These courses are not theory. These are courses of things that we actually do on a daily basis, that we've actually done to make millions of dollars online. So I will tell you, when you're going to buy a course, make sure you're buying it from somebody who actually has put into practice the things that you want to be able to do. If they haven't, the odds are they're not going to be able to help you out. It's just going to be a bunch of information that's not going to make a whole lot of sense to you. Now, the other thing I'll tell you is that when you're trying to sell online, you want to constantly learn. You're going to want to learn about SEO. You're going to want to learn about videos. You're going to want to learn about content. You're going to want to learn about marketing. You're going to want to learn about social media. It's a constantly evolving platform, selling online. I know what I do today is vastly different from what I did 10 years ago when I started, and as a matter of fact, it's really different from what I did 6 months ago or even a year ago. Things change online really fast, and you got to keep up with it. Now, on this channel, what I do is I do videos on a consistent basis. Weekly, we come out with 5 videos, and I would tell you to subscribe to this channel now. That's the first thing you can do, is subscribe to the channel so that you have access to this. Now, when you subscribe to the channel, the other thing you're going to want to do is ring the bell. Okay, the bell is that notification bell that you're going to find next to the subscribe button. When you ring the bell, what it does is every time I upload a video, it's going to send you a notification that I just uploaded a new video so that you can watch it. I also do live videos on here so that you can actually interact with me when I'm doing a live video. I do those usually every Friday, so that would be something good for you to also sign up for, so that you have access to me and the information on this channel. Now, in addition to that, I want to give you something a little extra. That something a little extra is a course. That course is down in the description. It's a $97 course, but for a limited time you can actually get it for free. Free's good. Free's really good. Okay, so all you're going to have to do is click that link down there. When you click that link, it will actually give you access. You don't need a credit card, so if you don't have a credit card, don't worry about that. You won't need a credit card to do that. You can click through and just watch the information, and you can get it for free. Now, have you tried to make any money online? Have you tried stuff that's worked? I want to hear about it. Put it in the comments below. Have you tried stuff that hasn't worked? Put it in the comments below. Now, there's 2 reasons something doesn't work. Number one, it just doesn't work. It's something that doesn't work. Number two, you tried to do something but you didn't do it correctly, so that's why it didn't work. So if you put either one of those in the comments below and tell me what you did, why it didn't work, what you think went wrong, and I'll look at it and I'll send you a message back in the comments section, so maybe it'll help you out and help you to make some money. Once again, I want to reiterate this education thing, guys. It's okay to watch a lot of videos on YouTube, but make sure they're not all entertainment. My channel is not an entertainment channel, it's an educational channel. If you sit down this weekend or this week and you watch 50 or 100 videos, you're going to be a smarter person than you were in the beginning of the week, because you're going to have more information. Armed with that information, you can go out and make more money. So I encourage you to do that. In this video, I'm going to give you the 10 online business ideas that you can use to start if you want to make money online today. So I'm going to give those to you. And you know, some people may be saying, well, you know, why would you give away your ideas, JR? My gosh, you don't want to give away your ideas. Somebody's going to take your idea and they're going to act on it. And you know what the truth is? Most people won't act on it. They won't do it. You know, there's tons of ideas out there. You know, I come up with ideas all the time. I jot them down, you know, I put them in my phone, I put them in a notepad, I put them somewhere. I've got tons of ideas. There is not enough time in a day to do all the ideas that are available out there. I mean, there just aren't. You can't do it. Too many ideas, too many good ideas. And you say, well, yeah, but if somebody hears your idea, then they're going to capitalize on it. They're going to beat you to the punch. And you know what? It's not that at all. It really isn't. It's people who are putting forth the effort, people who are implementing and doing it better. You know, take that idea and just do it better. You know, there were plenty of MP3 players when, you know, Steve Jobs says, I'm going to start, you know, iTunes, right? And I'm going to have, you know, Apple Music and all this. There were plenty of people that could compete with him. And he didn't care, because he says, I'm going to do it better. It doesn't matter. And where are all those little players and all those things now? They're all gone. They're all by the wayside. So it's really not, it's not a matter of, you know, saying, well, I've got this one idea that nobody's ever acted on and nobody's ever done anything with, and that's going to make me successful, because nothing could be further from the truth. And the fact is, really, if you have that mentality where, you know, you say, well, I've got this idea and I'm not sharing with anybody, I'm keeping it to myself. That's a tough way to go through life. You don't want to do that, because the more you share with other people, the more they're going to share with you, the more you're going to get back. So, you know, it's okay to share. You know, you share your idea. I'm going to give you all these ideas, and if you do it before me, you go right ahead. Okay, some of these ideas I've already done, actually, but there's plenty of people that do it well, and then there's people who will start and quit, and then there are people who will talk and talk and talk about how much they're going to do it, and they never do it. So why don't I just give them to you? Okay, number one idea, you know, that I would say is to focus on a mini course. Okay, so if you have knowledge in anything, I mean, I don't care what it is. I was listening to Gary Vee speak a little bit earlier today, and he says, you know, we live in a time where, you know, we have the internet. You know, you could literally talk about peanut butter every day and make 100 grand a year. You know, if you find enough people who are interested in peanut butter, you know, you could start a blog on peanut butter. I mean, you couldn't do that years ago. Heck, I mean, there's just so many things you can do with it. And the thing you want to do is, like, find a course, you know, find, you know, a subject that you're knowledgeable on. And like I said, it can be anything. And, you know, if you can't think of something, oh my God, go to Google and type in, you know, top ideas for courses. I mean, it's simple. Do a mini course, okay? And the thing you could do with a mini course is you can actually give it away. Yeah, give it away. And when you give it away, you're going to get opt-ins. You're going to get emails. And when you get these opt-ins and emails, guess what? You know what people are interested in. You know, if my thing was peanut butter, and, you know, I wanted to have, you know, 10 best recipes for peanut butter, there's a little mini course on peanut butter, right? And once I did that, people opted in. Guess what? I could sell them. I could sell them peanut butter products. I could sell them jellies. I mean, once I build my list and I become the authority in peanut butter, right, then I've got it made. Something else that I would tell you too is you can also buy and sell sites. Okay, now there's a website called Flippa, and you could go to Flippa. And what's funny is there's a lot of bloggers who have sites. This is number 2, in case you're counting. There's a lot of bloggers who have sites, and the thing is, they don't know how to monetize it. So if you know how to do that, if you know how to take that traffic on that site, you know, let's say it's about knitting and they've done blogs on knitting, you know, sell them knitting products, you know, whatever it is. And you can actually make money by doing that, or you can build up the traffic. If you know about building traffic, you know about SEO and getting more traffic to a site, you could buy that site and resell that site and make money. This doesn't take a huge investment, guys. You can buy a lot of sites out there for a few $100 and turn around and sell it for thousands if you do something with it. So that's a pretty easy thing to do. Next thing I'll tell you is the big thing that everybody wants is what? To lose weight loss. Okay, oh my gosh, there's so many great weight loss products out there. So if you want to sell products that have to do with weight loss, you could start a blog on weight loss. You could have people download how to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, and once you do that, you're going to have a list of people who are definitely interested in weight loss, and you can sell them exercise programs, you could sell them exercise equipment, you could sell them protein shakes, you could do whatever, all because they're all interested in exercise and losing weight. Okay, so that's a pretty simple thing to do. You could actually do that as a challenge if you wanted to. So next thing you could do, and that's the weight loss thing is number 3 if you're keeping track here. Number 4 would be book publishing. And you're like, oh my God, no, I mean, I can barely read a book. I can't write a book. Books are easy. Books are really not that hard. If you're writing 2 or 3 or 4 emails a day, you write enough volume in those emails that would equal a book probably in a month. It's not that hard to do. You don't have to write that much to come up with a book. And heck, if you don't want to write a book, let's say you really just, I don't want to do it, I can't do it, I've got an idea for a book, but I can't do it. Hire somebody on Textbroker, hire somebody on Elance, hire somebody on Fiverr. They'll write the book for you, and you can take these little books, these ebooks, if you want it to be an ebook, 40, 50 pages, you can put them on Amazon. You can start selling them. If they have a particular subject around them, guess what you could do? You can market to those people whatever that subject is. So if you're writing, ebooks on fly fishing, right? You build up a list of people who like fly fishing. Guess what you can do? You can sell them equipment, fly fishing equipment. There's plenty of drop shippers out there that'll do that for you. You can use AliExpress for that. Next thing I would tell you to do, and also on that, let me go back to that book for a second, number 4. If you're an expert in an area, write on it. Maybe you're a good salesperson, maybe you know about relaxation, maybe you know about decorating homes, whatever it is. I promise you nowadays with the internet, since you can reach billions of people, you're going to be able to build up enough of an audience. And it's been said that you only need about 1,000 people that are true fans to make $100 grand a year. 1,000 people is not much out of the billions of people that you can actually reach. Next thing I would tell you is SaaS services, SaaS, which is software as a service. Now, these can come in a lot of different forms, and this is number 5, if you're keeping up with me. This can come in a lot of different forms, but the thing is, you don't have to be a programmer. Everybody thinks, well, I don't know how to develop software. How am I going to do something like that, Jerry? I don't know how to make an app. You can go to Fiverr and people will make you apps. They'll make you softwares. They'll do that. One of the biggest success stories, I guess, in the past few years, I would say is ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels has done a great job. And Russell Brunson's a great marketer, but he didn't write that software. He hired a couple guys to write software to make ClickFunnels, and then he sold subscriptions to it. So you don't have to be the guy that knows everything. I promise you, Steve Jobs could not build a computer. He couldn't do it, right? I bet you, well, I won't bet on that one, but I know Steve Jobs could make a computer, but he found people who could, and he hired them, and he says, this is what I want, this is what my vision is, this is what my idea is, I want you to make it happen. And you can do the same thing, except nowadays it's a whole lot easier than when Steve Jobs had to go out there and look for somebody, right? You don't have to do that. You can go to Elance, you can go to Fiverr, you can find people who've already done this, you can look at the ratings, you can look at what they charge, you can hire them. It's really that simple. So if you want to sell software as a service, that's a big thing nowadays. And if you have monthly subscriptions, if they're paying you $5, $10, 20, whatever it is, that monthly subscription can bring you a lot of money if you've got a few thousand people doing it. Next one up, number 6, create an online or paper organizer. Right? People want to be organized. They really do. They just don't know how to do it. And if you can give them the 10 steps on how to be organized, or the 20 steps, and you give them a place online that they can go in and log in and stay organized, or a booklet that you can print up and send out to them, people want to be organized. That's a big thing nowadays. So get people organized. Become run ads for that, and I can promise you, it can lead to courses. You can teach them courses on organizing. Who is this Marie Kondo I saw a few months ago on Netflix, and you know what she does? She declutters people's houses. She goes in and throws their stuff away. That's it. and she's teaching how to do this, and she has a book on this. Guys, there's a market for everything now. It used to be that, you know, you would have to put up a storefront and you would have to be somewhere and you'd have to have enough people interested in your neighborhood to buy the thing you're selling. And it's not like that anymore. It's the internet. Okay, it's the internet. It's online. You can do all of this online now, which is frigging awesome. Next thing is, and this is pretty cool, this would be number 7 if you're keeping count here, is a done for you service. Okay, so a done for you service is where somebody wants to have something done, but they don't want to do it themselves. Okay, so it may be an example of, you know, maybe they want a website, okay, and they don't have any clue how to do that. Build them a website. Now, some of you out there may be saying, well, I don't know how to build a website. Well, you know what? I've seen people do this. They will literally sell a website for, say, $1,000. You know, we'll build your website for $1,000. They go out and hire somebody on Elance for $300. And guess what? The person gets their website built. Okay, so you don't physically have to do a lot of these things. You know, like I say, it can be a website. It could be, you know, sales pages. Maybe you know how to build sales funnels. And if you don't, you can hire somebody to do it. Right? You can be the middleman. You can go out and find out what it costs to do that and then go out and market it at a higher price. That's it. That's all you got to do. So, you know, you've got the internet nowadays and there's enough people that will pay you. I promise you, there's enough people. Done for you services can be any number of things, but that's just a couple examples online. Next thing that people have a really hard time with is relationships. Oh, relationships. I was listening to a TED Talk the other day on a gentleman, and he was talking about family relationships and you know, building your kids up and showing them the right and wrong and what to do. And you know, you would think that's common sense. You know, I was a single dad for a lot of years, and you know, I didn't know how to do it when I started, but I read a lot of books on it, and you know, psychology books, and you know, morals and manners and whatever it is you want to teach your kid. And I made sure that my kids got exposed to all those things, and I didn't force anything on them because that's not what you're supposed to do. And I'm not trying to get off on a tangent on relationships. But you could also go the direction of, you know, husband and wife relationships, boyfriend girlfriend relationships. People really have not been taught as a child, and I know I wasn't either, really. I had to go out and research this stuff, but they weren't taught as a child how to do all these relationship things that we're all just inherently expected to do in the society. It's very difficult, and you know, we just don't know what to do. The next thing I'll tell you, and I've done this one and I still do this one, is coaching and consulting. This is number 9. People will pay for your skills. If you're good at something, you know, people will pay you, and I know because they pay me, they'll pay you thousands of dollars an hour to get on a call with them and send them in the right direction and help them out. You know, they want to know how to do these things, and you know, taking a course may be a little bit too difficult for them. And I want to kind of break it down like this, and I want you to think about this for a second. You know, we've got these big screen TVs now, and they do everything. You know, they hook up to the internet, and you know, they have Netflix on them, and they've got, you know, Amazon and Fire Stick and all these things on them. And a lot of people don't have a clue how to use those TVs. So when you buy a TV, there's several levels, right? You can go into, you know, electronics store, buy this huge TV, and you get this huge TV, and you got to figure out how to hook it up and work all these things. Okay, and then the next level of that is, you know, you can get these manuals, and you can read these manuals, and you look at the TV and read the manuals, and that's kind of like an assisted type setup. And then the next level of that is actually coaching, right? Yeah, they do coaching for TVs. You can hire an expert to come over, hook up your TV, set it up, make sure everything's working right, and then in the very end, right, they tell you how to do everything, and you're all set up. So you know, that's like a kind of one-on-one coaching for a TV type thing. And the last thing I'm going to give you is a number 10. Okay, if you've developed some skills and you can do some stuff, you can start an agency nowadays. Agencies are great. You know, I think about, you know, and I could do this right now. I'm not doing this, but you know, we know how to run Facebook ads, and we're working on actually YouTube ads now. That's our next thing we want to conquer, but we've pretty much conquered Facebook ads. And it's complicated, guys. I mean, to run ads on Facebook, this is number 10 if you keep in count. If you are running ads on Facebook, there's a lot of components to it. I mean, there's pixels, and there's sales pages, and there's opt-ins, and there's, you know, retargeting. There's all these things that I know. So, you know, every now and then, you know, I'll talk to a business that needs help in this area, and we actually do business marketing through our agency. And we will actually go out there and do a lot of these things for these companies because they don't know how to do it. And, you know, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. I mean, if they're a chef and they're running a great restaurant, you know, they shouldn't be marketers, right? That's not their job to do that. So I will tell you, agency sales are really, really good, you know, and you can set it up where, you know, they pay you $1,500 a month and you run their ads. You know, you can set it up. We have clients that pay me $25,000 a month, you know, to just go through all their marketing, their sales funnels, their ads, their, you know, training of their employees, all kinds of stuff. And you could do something along those lines. So anyhow, those are 10 things that you can do if you want to make money online. It's not that hard. Quit making it hard. What's the biggest problem? Biggest problem is action and implementation. Okay, there's plenty of good ideas out there. I could go on and on. I'd probably come up with 100 ideas if you want ideas. Don't wait for that super great idea, because you know what, it's probably already been done, but you could do it better. You probably could, right? You could do it better. Quit saying you're going to do it and not do it. And it's so funny because I've been doing this for 10 years, and I know each year I meet people and they come up to me and they have some great ideas. I'm like, oh my God, that's a really good idea. That would make a lot of money. And then I see them the next year and they haven't done it. They haven't done anything. I'm like, well, you had a good idea. Why didn't you do it? Well, I'm still doing some research and we're thinking about what? Get started. But the problem, here's the big problem. And you may be having this problem too. I want you to listen to this real closely. You may not have been brought up with parents that told you you were the best looking person in the world. You may not have been brought up in a family that was functional. And I don't think anybody has a functional family, by the way. You know, I can't say I did, that's for sure. But you may not have been afforded certain opportunities, right? You may not have had good relationships. Maybe you've had some health issues. Maybe you've had, these are all excuses, guys. These are all excuses, okay? If you're physically able to talk and type, you can make money online, and technically you don't have to talk. That's only if you want to do videos. So the bottom line is you can do a lot of these things, but what's holding you back is that little voice in your head that's going, you know what, you're going to look pretty darn stupid when you start making videos and nobody buys your stuff, or when you come out with a website and nobody goes there, or you know, or you try to approach businesses and nobody wants to hire you. You're going to look really dumb, and you hear that in your head. And you know what? All those things can happen. So what? If you keep doing things, I know I'm at a probably 80-20 rule. Right? What's my 80-20 rule? 80% of the stuff I do doesn't work. Okay, but 20% does, and that's enough. And I can promise you 100% of the stuff that you don't do will never work. Hear that again. 100% of the stuff you don't do will never work. It won't work if you don't do it. You got to do it, got to do it, got to do it. So I hope that helps you out a little bit. I did put a link in the description for my book. If you're looking for products to sell online, I've got a great book for that. It's 4 simple steps to find profitable products to sell online. You'll find that in the description. I appreciate you listening today. Hey, if you've got a comment on this video, maybe there's a business idea you got. Maybe you could help somebody out. Put it in the comments below. If you've got questions that you want to ask me, put it in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. Don't forget to like this. Don't forget to share this if you're on Facebook. I really appreciate you doing that. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Very, very important you subscribe and put comments down there, okay? And the next thing that's really important on YouTube is that you click that little bell. If you click that little bell, what'll happen is YouTube will actually notify you when I come out with a new video. And you don't want to miss a new video, do you? No, of course not. You don't want to miss that. Hey guys, I really appreciate you listening. Down in the description, I've got some freebies. Go down there and check those things out. Grab some free stuff, and I'll talk to you real soon. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.